Hey everyone, welcome back. Because it is the first week of October, I want to celebrate fall in the best way I know how to by embracing my basicness. I have the world's most watered down iced pumpkin spice latte. I bought some very crappy Halloween decorations from Target, and I've just also been seeing so many Halloween and fall books everywhere I've gone. So I've decided for today's video that I'm going to be giving you some of my favorite fall book recommendations. Some are spooky, some are romantic, some just have murder in them, but let's get into it. So the first book that I'll be recommending is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. You may already know this book because it's so popular on TikTok, literally everywhere on that app. But if you don't, it is the epic emotional tale of a girl named Addie who is cursed to be forgotten, meaning that every single time she meets somebody, they are bound to forget her. It's kind of tragic, it's kind of sad when you think about it, but things start to shake up when she actually does meet somebody that remembers her. The book follows the 300 years of her life, and I think it's a good read for fall because it's a very cozy book. It talks a lot about art and history, and we get to explore like different parts of the world, such as France and New York.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je proclame notre soleil. Je veux m'en venger. Merci beaucoup. Je hurle. Oui, oui, baguette.
But also at the same time, it's very dark and twisting and turning. A majority of the book has to do with the devil and the sacrifices that you're willing to make for like your deepest and darkest desires and so on. It is a very poetic and emotional book. I remember crying a lot because of this book. So I recommend it. The second book that I'll be talking about falls under the dark academia genre. As a reader, I feel like many of us associate fall as like the perfect season to read a dark academia book. So here I have is The Atlas 6 by Olive Blake. Don't get at me, but I have not read this book yet. Can I recommend a book that I haven't read? Yes, I can, because I said so.
It's terrifying, yeah.
This is also one of the 3 books that I got from Barnes & Noble that I didn't get to show you guys, so I'm happy that I can do that now. But basically, it's about a secret society that every decade they ask 6 magicians to join them, but only 5 of them are initiated. These 6 magicians are gonna fight to survive and compete to see who is the best. I can't look too much on it because I'll get spoiled, but from what I've seen on TikTok, because that's where all my opinions on books lie.
Just kidding! Come on! Come on, you guys know I was just kidding, right?
It is very character driven, and I'm very excited to read it because I know it's going to be very magical and action filled. Number 3 is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. This is also popular on Book Talk. But it is a YA murder mystery about 4 teenagers named Addie, Cooper, Bronwyn, and Nate. So they all go to the same high school, and one day they all get detention for the same reason, because they had their phones out in class, even though they each claim that it's not theirs and that they're being pranked. Also at detention is a boy named Simon, who happens to be the creator of the school's gossip page. He's also like the biggest freak to mankind. He's such a loser.
You love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
But in detention, he decides to get a cup of water, which he drinks, and then suffers a fatal allergic reaction and then dies on spot. So obviously all 4 of them are being accused of it and all fingers are being pointed towards them. It's a very crazy book. You get to see a lot of twists and turns. Also, fun fact, a series based off this book is coming out on Peacock literally this week, so it's perfect timing. I will be streaming and I think you guys should be too. The 4th book I'll be talking about is The Beautiful by Renee Adia. This book is so criminally underrated in my opinion, but it's really good. It also involves a lot of murder, a lot more than the last one, but it is a historical fiction vampire tale set in the 19th century. It starts off with a girl named Celine who is from Paris and flees to New Orleans, and as soon as she gets there, a mysterious murder happens and then a lot more after that. We even get some point of view chapters from the villain, even though we don't know who they are. It's pretty freaky, but cool at the same time.
That's what happened last time. Oh my god! Who are you?
Also, the writing in this book is just beautiful. Somebody as dumb as me should not be reading something as intellectual as this. The writing is a little bit slow paced, but not to the point where it's dragged out and you feel like you can't read it anymore. Also, our male lead and main vampire in the book, Sebastian Saint Germain, that's a man. He's really great. I loved him and I really loved this book. And since we're on the topic of vampires, Does this cover remind you of something else? Because it looks really familiar to me.
Hi.
The last book I saved for a reason because this is the most fall as it gets. Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Roll and illustrations by Faith Erin Hicks is a graphic novel and the cutest thing I've ever read. It's about Josie and Deja, who are two seasonal best friends. They worked at the same pumpkin patch for the last several years. The downside is that it's their last year working together because they're both seniors, and we get to follow them as they make the most of their last shift on Halloween. The illustrations just make it so much fun to follow. They literally provide you a map of the daytime in the pumpkin patch versus the nighttime. My heart swelled with happiness when I read this. I finished it in one sitting and it's like one of my favorite things I've ever read up to date. I highly recommend this to anyone that wants to be in the fall mood. I'm 100% going to read this again this year. But that is it for my 5 fall book recommendations. If you want any more, let me know in the comments down below. If not, that's completely okay. We have winter. But don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're interested in a review for any of these books, also let me know. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye! I mean, at least my room still smells good.